So far, so good. It's a Monday. Controlled Chaos. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. Also, iHeartRadio, iHeart.com. I'm Gary Garver. Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the guru of the ghetto, I believe, in Las Vegas, Jigga Jones. Jigga, good morning.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, my man?
Well, we had a little bit of a crazy weekend in the news. Of course, another crazy kid that has no social skills shot up a gaming event in Jacksonville, which I think is insane. And also, Senator John McCain passed away at the age of 81 from brain cancer. So it was a crazy, it's sort of sad, when these events happen over the weekend and things like that. But I don't know. The world is insane in the membrane,
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy weekend. I'm glad to see a lot of good things that happened this weekend and a lot of stupid things happened this weekend.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good things were I went and worked out and did my workout. It's weird because I'm going through some of my old tapes of my interviews with the Howard Stern Show, like video. And man, I used to look really good. I used to be a good-looking guy, and I don't know what's happened in the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe being a caregiver for my brother has taken its toll, but I've got a lot of interviews from way, way back that I'm going to play over the following weeks and post on YouTube once YouTube releases me for my suspension. I'm in YouTube suspension. Have you ever been there before in YouTube? Been suspended?
Several times. But hey, I think they booked that program for me. The suspension, the banning, you got to make a new channel. I've been through all of that.
Yeah, I may have to make a new channel. I mean, maybe that's the ticket because I'm trying to hit him up and saying, hey, when's my suspension going to be released? Because what happened is that I took the People's Court video and I posted it on YouTube, and I didn't think anything of it. I posted it for 2 years, and then about 2 months ago, I guess they suspended my account because of the copyrights for the People's Court. Warner Brothers filed a copyright infringement on me, and I got my account suspended, and I can't monetize my account. Lo and behold, which is crazy, my subscriptions for my YouTube channel have tripled. It went from 600 up to now it's over 2,000 subscribers. Who's making the money on that, I wonder?
So, of course they are.
Of course they are. Of course.
They might even be promoting it.
Yeah, I think they are. So anyway, so you had to get a new channel and all that? You had no problem doing that?
Oh, yeah. I used to have a couple different channels, and they banned this, banned that. That's what they did, love banning stuff and restricting people. Google is right in with the Chinese government. So, they're all about censorship. So that's where it goes.
That's where we're at. Well, listen, let's talk about Senator John McCain first. Very sad news. He died of brain cancer in Sedona, Arizona. It is a cabin, beautiful cabin. I was watching, and I have to say that I was sort of moved by some of the tributes and things. And the tributes poured out from all over the country, all over the world, Democrats and Republicans alike. The crazy thing, and this is what I love about John McCain, and I know you have some issues with him and the veterans and things like that, and we can get into that if you want, but John McCain was one of these cats that just spoke what he wanted to speak. He didn't the politicians nowadays are just for their side, whether it's Republican or Democrat. They didn't have any, they never come across the aisle anymore. That's why nothing gets done. John McCain's best friends were Joe Biden and Ted Kennedy and Joe Lieberman. I mean, these were some of his best friends who were staunch Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what's...
The guy's been there for 100 years, so of course he knows everybody, in the thing, and it's hard to sit, anybody with any real sense, couldn't sit across from somebody and not talk to him. So that's true. He was a people person, which he was good at that.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is that they don't do that anymore, Jigga. I mean, Mitch McConnell, does he have one Democratic friend? I mean, do you ever see Mitch McConnell hanging out with Chuck Schumer or any Democrats? I mean, there's tons of pictures with John McCain, with and Ted Kennedy, Joe Biden, John Kerry. John Kerry and John McCain basically worked to get some of the MIAs back to missing in action in Vietnam. He told Clinton that he would back him if he started relations back up with Vietnam back in 1995. I mean, he was sort of a maverick. He just did his own thing, spoke his word, ripped on Trump. And are you bonging out right now? Are you drinking?
I'm drinking.
Oh, okay, you're drinking.
Sure.
I hear you. So it's sort of, I mean, these are the old times, and they're like, oh, well, he's a relic, and he's antiquated and stuff like that. No, that's how politics used to work. That's how politics did work. Politics is not working nowadays because
it's not. Because people are buying for themselves, and they're on their own team.
Yeah, everybody's on their own team. Yeah, that's the problem. And John McCain didn't, he had issues with all sorts of Republicans and Democrats alike. He didn't, he just, whatever he thought, he said. That's what I dig. I guess he had a wicked temper, and he had a great sense of humor. Sounds like me a little bit. But, it's crazy because he's going to be buried at the U.S. Naval Academy in Washington, D.C. on Sunday. But Saturday, they're going to memorialize him in Washington, D.C. Of course, Donald Trump is not invited to the funeral, which I love. Him and Trump have had some major battles. And Trump, dissed him a lot, saying that he wasn't a war hero because he was caught as a POW. I mean, if you look at some of if you look at the specials that CNN are running and some of these other things, I mean, it sort of delves into John McCain and his character. I know you have issues with him with the VA and all that. I really don't.
Well, his voting record for veterans was atrocious. You would think that a guy that was a POW would have a lot more empathy for other veterans that may not have as much money as he does, but that's where he's weak. He was a really good guy when it comes to social stuff and everything else, but on veterans issue, he was absolutely probably one of the worst.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to do some research on that. But the crazy thing is,
it's easy to do.
Yeah,
Look at his voting record for veterans. It's atrocious. But a VFW did a big deal on it. But in all things, the guy did serve the country. Whether he good or bad, he did a lot of things that were selfless, which are good. So I kind of see the good that this person did.
Yes, he did. He did a lot of good things. He was a POW for 5 years. Basically, they tortured him for 5 years. He could have actually been released early in his capture because his dad was running basically the Pacific Fleet for America, and they were going to give him an early release, and John McCain basically said no because they had a pecking order, like who was ever captured first was released first, and McCain said, no, I'm going to wait till it's my time, my number to be called, which I find amazing to do that. They beat the hell out of him, man. I mean, they totally tortured his ass.
The guy couldn't raise his hands up,
Yeah, and then look at, 30 years later, he's the one backing Bill Clinton to start relations up with Vietnam again. Him and John Kerry did it, and John Kerry was a part of that whole scene with but he was the anti-war movement, and him and McCain didn't really get along at first, and then when they became senators, they sort of worked together. And this is what I'm talking about with the government, is that here these guys were on totally opposite sides of the Vietnam War. Here's a guy, a POW, lifetime military man, versus John Kerry, who was in the trenches in Vietnam and was a total anti-war advocate. And these two, as senators, came together and saw through their differences and actually worked together to help MIAs and POWs and people that were, family. I mean, there's a lot of soldiers still probably to this day that are missing in action over in Vietnam that aren't accounted for. John Kerry and John McCain definitely worked together to get this, to help them out, help these families out. He did a lot of great things. The crazy thing is and I got to just talk about Donald Trump for just a second because he's just so friggin' petty. I mean, he released a statement, just like a 2-sentence statement saying that he respected McCain and his heart went out and, went out to the family and all that. But I guess the White House wanted to release like a full statement calling him a hero and things like that. And Trump sort of nixed the deal, A. And then B, this morning, they always fly flags at half-staff when somebody like this, a statesman, dies or whatever. They fly the flags at half-staff for like the full week until the person's buried. Okay, like everybody flies the flags at half-staff. Okay, Saturday, the White House had the flags at half-staff. Well, come this morning, the flags are back at full staff. So it's just petty stuff from Trump. Now I'll tell you why. Here's my reasoning why. Trump was in Virginia playing golf at one of his golf courses Saturday when McCain died, right? So the White House, unbeknownst to Trump, flew the flags at half-staff. Trump got back last night, saw the flag at half-staff, and said, "Why are you flying the flag at half-staff? Put it up at full staff. I hate McCain. He's an a-hole." That's my.
Well, that's funny. I like that. If you got to be bitter to the bitter end, right?
He is bitter, and so is McCain. Even in his death, McCain's bitter towards Trump, and is not allowing him to go to the funeral. And this is going to be like all the congressmen, all the former presidents, people from all over the world, leaders from all over the world are going to attend John McCain's funeral. And who's not going to be there? The Donald. The Donald is not going to be there, which I love. And
I'm sure you could care less.
Come on. He's such a narcissist. He wants to be there. He wants to be front and center right there in the front row with Obama and Bush and all those other cats. And he's going to be on the sidelines, crying. He cares, Jigga. Come on. The Orange Man doesn't care. The Orange Man doesn't care. All right, listen, we got to take a break. God bless John McCain and his family. He was a great person, a great leader, man. And the cool thing about John McCain is that he worked with both sides. He was not just for the Republicans or Democrats. He was for what he believed in, which we need more of. All right, it is Control Chaos. Money, yeah, right. Okay. I'm Gary Garver, Jacob Jones in Vegas. We'll be back after this.
Controlled Chaos. NBC Talk Radio, KCAA 1050 AM.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you always tired and worn out? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study of your sleep patterns. With their trained specialists, they will diagnose your sleep habits and will give you a prognosis for getting a great relaxing night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including Fontana, and will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. To find out more, give them a call at 844-SAD-5050. That's 844-SAD-5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today.
I'm Phil Grandi at philsgang.com. Most people have been watching the stock market go up, up, and up. There's one problem. When you get out, most people don't get out in time. Well, I've solved that. With my video stock program, I pick the stock, put it on the video, tell you when to get in and when to get out. Join my video program.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
This is Judge Herb Dodell, and our show is called For the People. It's available every Monday at 4 o'clock, 4 to 5. And we'll be talking about all kinds of things pertaining to the law and how it really works from the inside as opposed to the outside. So tune in and learn all you need to know about the legal system and how it works.
Mr. Heston, how you doing? Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
What do you think about what happened in Denver?
Oh, I'm doing that in Denver next week.
Are you concerned with the president sleeping around?
Good try.
Can I ask you one more question? When you hear of all these little kids shooting each other with guns, how can you still be in support of the right to bear arms?
Talk to the founding fathers. That's enough.
Do you ever get drunk and pretend you're Moses? Can you please yell out, get out of your hands, you damn dirty ape? Thanks, Mr. Heston.
Controlled chaos. 1050 AM, KCAA.
The man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right. It's the second coming of Gary Garver.
All right, it's Controlled Chaos, KCAA. I'm Gary Garver, here with the Guru of the Ghetto, Jigga Jones. And this is how crazy our life is and how crazy life is, period, is that interview I did with Charlton Heston was back in 1998. And the questions I asked, and this is crazy, Jigga, is that the questions I asked was, are you having problems? Do you have a problem with the president sleeping around? And what do you think about these kids going around and shooting up schools and stuff like that? That was 20 years ago, okay? Move forward 20 years now, later, okay? Donald Trump sleeping around. Do you have a problem? I could ask Charlton Heston the same friggin' question. If he was alive, I could. Do you have a problem with President Trump sleeping around? Nice try. And then the other one is, do you have a problem with kids going around shooting up schools and other things? I'm doing that in Denver. But isn't that how ironic is that, Jigga? Guru of the Ghetto.
What you know, no matter how many things changed in the world, there's a lot of things that stay the same, you know. And it's funny because, you know, we still got the same problems going around, even though everybody said they're going to fix them. The same Windows is broken, you know.
It is. I mean, this window's never been fixed. This piece of glass has never been fixed. It's crazy. Now, again, another gunman, another kid, and we talk about these gamers. We've been talking about this for how many years? Since we started doing the show 4 or 5 years ago.
We started the show.
Yeah. We've talked about these video games, how they screw kids' minds up. You know what I mean? They make them anesthetized to killing people and stuff like that. Now, this video game was not one of those destructive games where they're going around blowing people up. This is Madden 19. Okay, this is a football game, for Christ's sake. This is something that I might play as a kid now. You know, this might be one of the games I would play as a kid because I love football, and I used to. Back in the day, we had a football video game my dad had, but it was you'd spin the thing and all that. And remember the electric football ones, Jigga, way back?
Oh, yeah, a little vibrating thing, and the little guys go across. It was the greatest. I love that.
Yeah, you'd line up, you'd have like little football guys, you know what I mean? And you line them up like they would, and then you have a little like ball, right? You put it in the running back's hand. And I think you had a kicker where you could actually kick the ball. You could flip the guys, right? I don't think you could pass the ball, though, right? Could you pass it? I'm not sure.
No, you couldn't pass, but it was a good game. A little vibrating thing. And boy, we used to cheer, boy. When those things used to move across.
It was electric football. Yeah. What you would do is that it was an electric football game, and they'd have a football field and everything. And when you're ready to, you turn off the electric thing, you know, electric field. And then once you're ready to you lined up your men and all that, then you'd flip it back on and it would start vibrating, and all the men would start moving and stuff. It was really a trip. I want to play that game again. You know, I mean, maybe I don't think I'd go around shooting anybody over that game. Would you? Did you ever think about blowing somebody away over that game?
The show never thought about it. It was never something I ever entertained thought about.
Right.
You know, these folks today, these kids that ain't got no coping skills. What the problem is, you know.
What you think? It really? Do you think? And we've talked about this before. I believe it, and you do too. It's social skills. These kids have no social skills. And I guess what happened to this kid, I guess they have these Madden tournaments, okay? Madden 19.
Tournaments, yeah, big tournaments, boy, where people be doing it, you know.
Well, the thing is that there's money involved here. You know what I mean? There's money where these kids are making, like, one kid who got shot, he was like one of the major players. He made like over $50,000 in like 5 years playing this game, this video game, Madden. I guess there's a newer version every year. This is Madden 19, but one kid made like 50 grand. I guess at this one in Jacksonville, the winning prize was $5 grand. And then guess what? The finals are going to be held in your hometown, Las Vegas. Did you know that?
Yeah, man. Maybe. Dude, I can't wait for it over here. It's going to be good.
Maybe you should cover it. Maybe you should do some interviews with some of these kids and get their mindset. And I'd love to hear about why they do it and what their mindset is, and if this is their career. Just start asking them some crazy-ass questions, Would you go around?
Yeah, I could do that. Because I've been doing that. It'd be cool because, these folks that play, they play serious, They be S-talking all the way out the door.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I mean, what's fun about these things, you watch them online on thing, but it's funny because the S-talk is the thing because, they be talking. I mean, I'm sure there's one that came back and shut the place up because some of the stuff people say is funny.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I heard. I heard
a lot of the stuff they say is really funny.
Yeah, I heard they do a lot of trash talking in these things. They're all, and by the way, all the kids are nicknamed. They all have nicknames. These gamers have nicknames.
On the CB back in the day, everybody got a nickname,
right?
Backslap,
and stuff
like that.
So this kid, David Katz from Baltimore, went down to Jacksonville, Florida to play in this tournament. He lost and got upset, and then takes a gun out, a handgun, and starts shooting up people. 2 people got killed. In fact, one kid is from Calabasas, and lives in Woodland Hills, Eli Clayton. He was a former football player for Calabasas High. And then another kid got shot up, the one who was a champion, who had won 50 grand. First of all, I just want to know one thing, okay? How does a kid get a handgun into an event like this? How does this happen?
This kid's from Baltimore, so it should be assumed he's got a gun.
Oh, Jesus.
He's from Baltimore. Them folks, they'll rob you on credit in Baltimore. So when these things from Baltimore, it made more sense to me.
Well,
these people don't like to lose. They already in a loser city.
I hear you.
They don't like to lose at no game.
Well, I just want to know, how does security not get this gun? How does security not find out that a kid has a gun here? How do they not search for a gun? How do they not search these kids? I mean, these kids are whacked out.
How would you think? If it was a Call of Duty video tournament? Yeah, I would search people for guns. Who thinks somebody come and play football? On a video game, don't bring a gun, but they should have known this kid from Baltimore. The kid from Chicago, Baltimore, they should get patted down coming into the event.
Well, when you go to Dodger Stadium nowadays or any event, there's mass security. You got to go through security and stuff like that. They basically
it's in LA.
They scan you.
You're just right there in Travis Ravine where all the MS-13s and stuff is hanging out. Yeah, you better be searching people up in there. They got free beer up in there, or was it unlimited beer up in there?
I know, I dig it, but what I'm trying to say is that how do these kids don't have any social skills? What's been going on in Florida? Florida is like the capital of mass shooters, especially with kids. I mean, or adults. I mean, look at the Pulse nightclub, then the Parkland school shootings. I mean, Floridians are crazy. I don't know. So you would think they would take extra caution for a gaming type thing because they know they do this trash talking. It gets heated. Somebody could lose their cool. All these kids lose their cool. They don't have any, they don't know what the hell's going on. They have no social skills. How do they not have like a metal detector when they walk through or whatever, or their security? How does a kid get a gun into this event where like 50 gamers are inside? He can go in there and blow them away. I guess it was at a pizza joint or something, they said. I mean,
yeah, it was like a pizza place and they had a big old tournament. But, this is the thing, you can't stop stupid or crazy people from doing stuff. And you can't predict what stupid or crazy people go do because we're not stupid or crazy. We don't know.
Yeah.
Who thinks someone's going to come into a place, when you're playing video games for football, somebody's going to shoot. Only a crazy person would think of that.
Well, the bottom line is this, man. The bottom line is this, okay, is that, you got to be cautious at all costs nowadays, especially when these kids have no social skills and they're nuts. These kids are nuts nowadays, okay? And they're going to be trash talking, and there's going to be fights and arguments and things like that. So it's going to be heated. You should take extra precaution. The security should take extra precaution. And I guarantee you right now, the parents of these two kids that got killed and the injured too, non-injured, are going to sue the hell. They might sue EA Sports, who puts out the game. They're going to sue the pizza place.
The EA Sports will provide the gun? I don't think so.
I'm not saying that. But
you can't be suing these folks.
Well, listen.
Who knows what a crazy person gonna do?
Well, the thing is that you got to you got to take precautions. You have to do your due diligence for security.
Yes, they should sue Uber because the dude took an Uber over there. So they should sue Uber because they brought the gun to the fight. They brought the dude with the gun to the event.
I'm just telling you.
It's ridiculous suing.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they sue EA Sports. EA Sports is loaded, and they're going to sue them because they didn't have enough security over there at their event. I'm just saying that's what they're going to do.
But here's the thing, how can you throw an event and then you got to put $50,000 of security on top of it? You can't stop events from happening if that kind of thing happens. They look, and everybody should have their own gun. In case something happens, fool jump up with a gun, he gets hit in the head. Shoot nobody in the game keeps going.
So you think hold on? So
roll it back to the old west.
you think all these kids should carry guns over to these game events, right? You think it's okay for these kids? Come on, man.
I'm not saying that, but I am saying this: if there was somebody armed there, they could have stopped that from happening.
That's what I'm saying.
Who's going to be armed at a pizza place? Though is the whole thing.
Security.
No armed guard, no pizza
security.
Place. You're going to go to table pizza and have a dude with a gun standing there at a pizza.
That's my point. That's my point. If you're gonna, hey, they're gonna have an event, I think, in 2 weeks here in Santa Ana.
So when you throw your birthday party, Gary, when you throw your next birthday party, you're gonna have security there with a gun to keep people from doing stuff.
I'm not celebrating any more birthdays. I'm sorry, I'm done. After 50, you shouldn't celebrate your birthday. You should just be thankful you're on planet Earth. All right, it's still breathing and healthy. Okay, listen, we're gonna take a break. It is Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver in Encino. The guru of the ghetto, Jigga Jones in Vegas. Oh, hey, listen.
I'm bringing a great story for you, too.
Oh, I also want to talk to you about your new casino thing. I liked one of your – I want to talk about the casino and the sports betting because I'm looking forward to – football season is right around the corner. We'll talk about that after the break. All right, we'll be back after this.
Oh, yeah.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM, KCAA.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you always tired and worn out? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study of your sleep patterns. With their trained specialists, they will diagnose your sleep habits and will give you a prognosis for getting a great relaxing night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including Fontana, and will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. To find out more, give them a call at 844-SAD-5050. That's 844-SAD-5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today. I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Most people have been watching the stock market go up, up, and up. There's one problem. When you get out, most people don't get out in time. Well, I've solved that. With my video stock program, I pick the stock, put it on the video, tell you when to get in and when to get out. Join my video program.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
I'm doing fabulous.
Hey, what do you have to say about Rosie O'Donnell coming out of the closet?
Rosie O'Donnell came out of the closet? Is she in the living room or in the kitchen now? Rosie O'Donnell's my dog, though. She's a road dog for sure. She's another comedian, so she know how to handle her. Whatever she's doing, it's gonna be flossy.
Hey, do you think blacks are entitled to some sort of reparations for being slaves in the United States?
I'm still waiting on my 40 acres of a mule right now, and I'm gonna put dubs on my mule.
Hey, when you die, will Christ be in your thoughts?
When I die, will what?
Christ be in your thoughts.
When I die, they're gonna deliberate so long as far as how I'm gonna get into heaven with all the things that I've done. Just the All-Star Weekend alone is gonna keep me out of heaven.
Would you ever beat someone up for censoring a speech of yours at an award ceremony?
Would I ever beat somebody up for? No, I'll probably say a lot of bull anyway.
Yeah. Do you think that we should allow cloning to take place for spare parts?
People are cloning people right now that you don't know about. A lot of rich people are cloning people right now. I think I'm gonna go pick up a couple of bodies too, because my head is hurt.
And what do you personally think of carpet munchers?
Carpet munchers? With me being one myself, I think it's all good.
Thanks a lot, Jay.
Gary Garver, Jew of the... what can we say that's not going to piss him off? Never mind.
All right. That was Jamie Foxx, if you didn't know who that was. Jamie Foxx, comedian Jamie Foxx. All right. Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver, here with the guru of the ghetto, Jigga Jones. And Jigga, I liked one of your listen, the football season's right around the corner, which I can't wait. The college football season kicks off this weekend, and in the following week it's the NFL. Yes, my Oakland Raiders. I don't know about my Oakland Raiders this year, but we'll see how it goes. Soon to be Las Vegas Raiders. Right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna be up here, boy. Tell you what, there's gonna be a lot of people losing some money. They're gonna win because they're in Las Vegas. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's gonna be it'll be an interesting season. We'll see what happens. But listen, I like to bet on sports. They finally legalized gambling, sports betting. It's a federal law now that it's legal to sports bet, but. I would think the casino, especially here in the state of California, these Indian casinos would have jumped at the chance right away, right before the football season, to open up a sports book. Lo and behold, they haven't done anything yet. So you still got to go online or bet with a bookie. And you've got, I don't know, I liked one of your.
Well, I have a quote from the Indian casino on that exact thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, from over for one of the Indian casinos, they said, you got to open up a sport book, and they said, how?
How? That's pretty bad. All right. Anyway, so what you I liked one of you. What's the one that you have you're using or whatever? I have one. Yeah, I'm not going to mention it though.
Casino and sportsbook.com. It's not new, but it's new to us because you couldn't get over here in the States, but now you can since the laws changed. And what's cool about them is, they'll give you an extra $25 on whatever you deposit in the system, and They pay immediately. When you win, you look at if you have one of them notifiers on your phone, bang, you just got paid.
Okay, cool.
You don't have to wait for it like the other ones are for. Like sometimes, it takes 2 days usually.
Oh yeah, well, not even that. I mean, with one of I'm not going to mention the online sports book I used early in my sporting gambling career. But you had to have a certain amount of money, and then you'd have to wait, and you'd have to jump through hoops to get your friggin' money, which I hated. It's just like that, and I stopped using them because it was so hard to get the money out of them that I stopped using them. And then I went to a friend of mine has a little sports book he's running, which I've been using, and I can't name the names, but I like this, casino and sportsbook.com. I'm going to check it out. So if you want to do some online gambling, I just want them to start, I want the Indian casinos or I think you can even do it at racetracks. Why doesn't Santa Anita open up a sports book? I mean, I would be.
They should.
I know. You know how much money they would make? I mean, it's crazy that they don't. I don't understand.
I mean, a lot of these casinos out here, these ones where their money is most made is in the sports book, and I was really surprised. But how do you find that out? Is look at how much real estate that they leave to the sports books in these hotels. That should let you know. But I didn't know that, at the time. But I've learned, man, Caesar's Sportsbook is their cash cow.
Oh, yeah.
That is their thing,
Yeah, I would think that when the football season kicks off, because, I mean, most people don't bet baseball or basketball or anything like that. Not that heavy. I mean, the NCAA tournament you may bet, maybe the NBA finals. But football, man, I mean, if you're a gambler, you love betting football. I mean, I can't wait. In fact, I bet my the first 2 games for the college football season were Saturday. I hit a $25 parlay. There you go. I won $65 already. So,
hey, that's good.
Hey, I hope that's the start of the season. So I'm thinking, all right, this could be a good season. And then I'm thinking, I hope this isn't the only win I have. You know what I mean? It could go that way too. It's like won the first one, they sucked me in, and then I lost the rest of them. But yeah, it's gonna be great. I look forward to the football season, but I just don't understand why these Indian casinos here in California haven't taken full advantage and opened up a sports book right away. I don't get it. But
they're making so much money right now. Like they said, Morongo was making like big money, and I think they're making so much money right now. They're not even looking for other streams of income. So
yeah,
I think if they start to hurt a little bit, they may look at a sports book.
And you know what? I'll tell you why they don't do it, because betting sports, you actually can handicap these sporting events and these teams and stuff like that. You can actually do research, and actually a professional gambler can win big-time money. Now, with these Indian casinos, what they do is, how they rack in the dough, and I think probably casinos in Vegas. You know what the number one money maker is for casinos? What do you think?
Bootleg cigarettes?
No, not bootleg cigarettes or alcohol. It's slot machines. Slot machines.
Oh.
Because, of course, they can rig the slot machines, man. I mean,
that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
you set the odds on them things.
Yeah, they don't make their big money on blackjack or craps or roulette or anything like that. They make their money on slot machines, and because they can screw with them. They know the payouts. Believe me, you don't think these casinos know the exact payouts on their slot machines? Of course they do. That's the big difference.
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, so that's why, and that's why they're all. If you go to any of these casinos here in California, they're full of slot machines. I mean, the whole casino is almost slot machines. They got a few tables, but it's mostly slot machines. So if they get the sports books in there, and the big professional gamblers go in there and start hammering them away, they could lose money. I mean, I don't think they'll lose any money. There's so much money to be made out there, but I hope one day they get the sports book out there, because I think it would just be so cool. And I think if that happened, I'd be.
I like the whole idea of that. You bet on boxing, bet on soccer, bet on all this mess.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you really know who's going to win. You want to put some money on it.
Yeah, I was betting on golf. Over the summer.
You can't bet on golf. I've seen that on that casino and sports book.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that.
I was betting on golf, and I didn't win. I was trying, but you pick these players at 20-1 or 30-1, and they would never win. Hey, listen, this is sort of a crazy story. I don't know if you heard about this. This guy, this California man, was caught Friday stealing, Jigga. You know what he stole?
Oh, some money?
No, he didn't. He sold 800 pounds of lemons. 800 pounds. Now that's a lot. That's a lot of.
Did he own a taco truck?
I was gonna say that's a lot of tequila and Coronas. You know what I mean? Yeah. This guy.
Green lemons or yellow lemons?
Yeah, 800 pounds of lemons. What are you gonna do with 800 pounds of lemons? I don't know.
Anything you want. Maybe he wanted to throw them in somebody's house.
And the guy
gonna go kick it with Justin Bieber and go live in somebody's house.
Right. The guy is Diosico Fierros. He's 69 years old. What's a guy at 69 years old? You're still stealing stuff at 69? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
When do you stop being a criminal? He was taken into custody for theft of agriculture products. The Riverside County Sheriff's Office stated in a news release. The lemons were spotted during a traffic stop in Thermal, southeast of Palm Springs. Deputies said they found 800 pounds of freshly picked lemons in the vehicle that had been swiped from a nearby farm. So, I mean, come on, man. Why are you stealing lemons? I just don't.
maybe he had a sour attitude.
He could have had a very sour attitude, but I guess there's been a lot of thefts of agricultural products out there in the desert.
Well, yeah, you put the price of lemons in the stores. I mean, good Lord, I don't blame them for stealing any lemon, but that much, good Lord.
I know, 800 pounds, man. So, anyways, I figured it was lemons or lime. They look like limes, but maybe they were lemons. I don't know. All right. It's a sour story, to say the least. And just one other thing, a Control Chaos public service announcement. Woman claims sucking balloon air left her paralyzed. So this woman check this. This is funny, dude. A woman in the United Kingdom, I guess she's 24 years old. She sucked inhaled 15 balloons filled with nitrous oxide at a festival, and now she's supposedly paralyzed. So, have you ever done that? Have you sucked those nitrous oxide balloons? No, I've actually done one. I did one about 20 years ago at the Grateful Dead concerts. The Deadheads have these. It's like a festival outside the concert. You know what I mean, with all the hippies and all these.
Let me ask you this: whether she's a lesbian or not.
No, it looks like she has a kid because there's a picture of her holding a kid in her room or something like that. So.
I was saying, if she wasn't, she could find something better to suck on.
But if you're gonna listen, they used to have these balloons at the Grateful Dead concerts, and they still might have them at the Grateful Dead concerts. I don't know, but they had these big balloons, and you buy one of them, and you suck the nitrous oxide out of them, and you get high for 5 or 10 minutes. They give you a head rush. But she, maybe one balloon is okay. She sucked 15 balloons, man. I mean, come on.
Everything is good in moderation.
Exactly.
She is the person that she uses a test case. Now you say, okay, well, don't do 15 of them. You could do 3.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're 15, you will be in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
they may as well sell wheelchairs at the event too.
What's the cutoff point on sucking nitrous oxide? You know what I mean, out of a balloon? I think 15 is just a little bit too much. But she's trying to warn people. Olivia Golding, saying that don't suck on balloons. Suck on something else. You know what I mean? It's less harmful. But anyways,
go suck an egg.
Go suck a hot dog. Anyways, she sucked 15 of them, and then she's like, oh well, I didn't feel good. 15 balloons, man. You can OD on that stuff. You can OD on anything if you do it too much, right? Even tequila. All right, listen. It is control. I'm telling you, be careful. And even Captain Morgan's, your Captain Morgan's, be careful. All right.
I tried to suck that down. I'm great, man.
All right, it is Control Chaos. It's Monday. Hey, so far so good. No screw ups. You know what I mean?
Hey.
It's amazing. I can't believe it. First Monday in 5 weeks that nothing crazy has happened. All right, we'll be back more chaos right after this.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM, KCAA.
I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Most people have been watching the stock market go up, up, and up. There's one problem. When you get out, most people don't get out in time. Well, I've solved that. With my video stock program, I pick the stock, put it on the video, tell you when to get in and when to get out. Join my video program.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Been very happy with the results on 2018. I'm up over about 15% for the year.
Phil has definitely kept me informed on a day-to-day basis on the ups and downs in the market.
I've been extremely happy with everything that they've done and afforded me by becoming a Phil's Gang member.
I would highly recommend joining Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Are you always tired and worn out? Is it affecting your work and personal life? Well, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study of your sleep patterns. With their trained specialists, they will diagnose your sleep habits and will give you a prognosis for getting a great relaxing night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including Fontana, and will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. To find out more, give them a call at 844-SAD-5050. That's 844-SAD-5050. SAD 5050. South Pacific Sleep Lab. Start resting easy and sleeping sound today. This is Gary Garver, and I've written a book called Radio Blows. It's all about my career in the radio business, my time with the Howard Stern Show, and celebrity interviews, my top 10 cool celebrities and my top 10 uncool celebrities. Here's a sample of a couple cool ones and a couple uncool ones.
Make a citizen's arrest on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this stuff here.
Yeah?
All right, I'm holding you. Get the marshal.
Get the marshal?
We'll see who's wrong. We'll see who's
You gonna
wrong.
get the marshal right now?
We'll see who's wrong.
Are you one of the scary morning people who are going to ask horrible things? You got that look. Are you?
Do I have that look?
You do. You got the look like, watch me do something I would have in second grade.
If you're forced into gay sex, who would you choose?
I don't get forced into anything.
Thanks a lot, Jack. If you were on a desert island and you had a choice of making love to Pamela Lee or Janet Reno, who would you choose?
That's a question I don't want to answer because my wife might be listening to the show.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, Radio Blows, available now on Amazon, Amazon.com, and Kindle. Radio Blows. If you want to get in the radio business or find out the inner workings of radio, it's a must-read book.
John, got time for a couple questions? Hey, all right. Have you ever smoked marijuana, John?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, today.
What time is it? No.
Hey, would you commit a homosexual act for $1 million?
American?
Yeah, American.
I'll think about that. Yeah. You have $1 million?
From the four corners of the world, dumbing down his IQ so you can understand him. It's Gary Garver.
All right, it's Control Chaos. KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. Here with the guru of the ghetto, Jigga Jones. And Jigga, I was watching the Dodger game over the weekend, and it was like the bottom of the ninth or something like that, and the game was tied. I think it was actually it was like the 12th inning. It was the 12th inning. Dodger game was tied, and all of a sudden, the screen went blank, and we're like, what the hell's going on here? And lo and behold, the Dodger Stadium had a power outage. Now, this is the second one in like 2 or 3 weeks that Dodger Stadium has had a power outage, which was crazy. And you gave me the story. Now, what's going on with that? Tell me a little bit about that, because I really don't know anything about it.
They said that it was a 12th inning of a 4-4 game. Justin Turner comes to the plate, then all hell breaks loose.
Right.
The lights went out, and they've been having this problem at Dodger Stadium, for a minute, and it started out when there was bad drainage in the dugout, and a bunch of water had gone through where it normally wouldn't go.
Yeah,
where power comes into the building.
Yeah, well, actually they had like a little water burst in the infield where it was spewing like sewage and stuff like that. I think that was in the spring training game that happened, and then about 2 weeks ago, the power went out, and what they're saying because of that drainage problem way back in April, that's why the wires are wet or something like that. Is that why they're having problems with the stadium?
Yeah, the underground power cables or something has got water, and from time to time, the earth moves a little bit, and the water seeps and it gets into. There's a connection that's in there, so it's going to cost a whole lot of money to dig up that connection and completely water seal it. But so they're just hoping that the water kind of bears itself out, but as it seems to be, when you get a whole bunch of bumps in the seats, the ground settles a little bit.
Right.
So what ends up happening is the ground settles, and like when you step on what happens, the water comes up. So we're talking about something that's going on under the building, and you get all the people in there yelling and stomping their feet and everything's cool, and next thing you know, you got water and the lights go out.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell's going on. Like, I thought there might be some Russian hacking or something like that. At Dodger Stadium. I mean, it was weird because it's happened like twice in the last like 3 weeks. It's nuts. So, well, that's a good explanation. That makes sense. That because of that water problem that they had back in spring training, And by the way, they can't dig it up now because it's in the middle of the season or towards the end of the season, so they can't really dig up anything at Dodger Stadium and do any kind of construction because it's the last month of the season. The Dodgers may make the playoffs. I don't know. They're not looking so hot, but they could make.
The lights are to go out for the Dodgers way before they do in the stadium.
They could. Well, they're trying. Listen, they're right in the battle with Arizona and Colorado for the division. So let's hopefully, I'm a huge Dodger fan. I think you still are a Dodger fan, even though you live in Vegas, right? Or no? You don't like the Dodgers?
I like to watch them lose. I mean, they're consistent. They're consistent, and I love it. And they're a good team to bet against. And I used to like going to Dodger games. You can go there and get drunk in the pavilion and eat hot dogs and throw peanuts at people. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, you make airplanes and hit people in the heads with them and stuff like that. But
yeah, when you sit on the top deck, it's cool to throw a handful of peanuts over the side of the rail.
Well, I've been going to Dodger Stadium.
You're actually just giving peanuts to somebody else. They're just coming at a different velocity.
Yeah, I've been going to Dodger Stadium since 1971. So Dodger Stadium's literally like 60 years old now. One of the oldest stadiums in baseball besides Wrigley Field and Fenway Park. It's still a great place to see a ball game, but man, it is so expensive to go. I was thinking about going because the Dodgers are playing Arizona over the Labor Day weekend. I was thinking about going, and I'm like,
what do it cost to park now?
Okay, it's $25 to park. Okay, then say a decent ticket there is $50. Okay, a hot dog is $6.50. A beer is $15. I usually get margaritas. They're $15. So let's just say parking, a ticket, and a hot dog and a margarita just for one person is over $100. You know what I mean? So I'm like thinking.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, and if you take another person that you add it, you double that. So that's $200 minimal to go to a Dodger game. Okay.
Forget that. I'll watch it on TV, man.
And that's exactly why, because I was thinking about going to the Thursday game. I was thinking about going to Thursday night's game, but I'm like, man, it's going to be $200. I can go have sushi, and I can go play golf, and I can buy a bag of weed, and still have about $50 left. So I think I'm just going to watch it at home. But anyways, the Dodgers are playing Arizona this weekend. It's a Labor Day weekend. It's going to be the last weekend of summer, which is nice. I'm looking forward to the football season, betting, and the fall. The fall is right around the corner. Hey, Jigga, great show. Thank God we had no problems today. Everything was nice and peaceful. Finally for a Monday. Finally for a Monday. All right, listen, if somebody wants to get a hold of your wit and wisdoms, where do they go, my man?
They go to JiggaJones.com.
JiggaJones.com. JiggaJones.com. Let's hopefully there won't be any more chaos happening for the next few days. But, there's always chaos, right? Always chaos.
Oh, yeah.
There's always chaos. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow, my brother.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, you guys, it is Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. Have a great day.
Everywhere is freaks and harriers, dykes and fairies. Tell me where is sanity? Tax the rich, feed the poor. Tell there are no rich no more. I love to change the world, but I don't know what to do. So I leave it up to you. Population keeps on breeding, nation bleeding, still more bleeding commonly. Life is funny, skies are sunny.